is JJ Wickings, and I'm here to talk to you about something. Look how cute my earrings are. I love these earrings, by the way. I bought them recently at Forever 21, and they are so cute, but I can't wear them at work because they're too dangly and they might fall in somebody's drink. Which, fair enough, I don't want earrings in your drink. Don't get me wrong. But also, they're so cute! Ugh. And I feel like they complement my short hair so well. Like, I need something going on to join my head to the rest of my body. Random rants about earrings! That's not what I'm here to talk about. I wanted to talk about random trips that I'd like to take. I've been reading a lot of John Muir lately, specifically Travels in Alaska, and my dad has always been really interested in going to Alaska because he is Swedish, so he's naturally a little more inclined to colder climates like that, and he's always just been a little fascinated by it. I don't know exactly why. I'm sure that there's some kind of reason. Maybe he read a cool book about it when he was a kid and he was like, wow, Alaska sounds really cool. But he's always wanted to go to Alaska, so that kind of has been passed down to me. I think it would be a cool trip to go to Alaska and like do the real Alaska thing and like camp and go look at glaciers and see some bears and some giant moose. I don't know, that sounds awesome to me, and something about that much of a vast, wide open space just kind of, hey, fascinates me. But yeah, that's one place that I would really like to go is Alaska. You know, like all Americans, is becoming kind of part of the American dream is doing this cross-country road trip of the lower 48, and that sounds really cool to me too. I think that me and Patrick would like to go to Big Sur sometime in the near future, like next 5 years or so. I have been to Germany. I lived there for a few months after I graduated from high school, so I'd love to go back there and just spend a little more time there, spend time there as an adult, because I was a lot younger then, and I feel like there are different things that I would take part in, different things that I would notice, and I would just love to go back to Germany and visit that place. Specifically, where I stayed was on Diveinstrasse, which is like the winemaking region in Germany, which was so cool because I've lived in Iowa my whole life. So it was so odd to me that the rows of vines in the vineyards so much resembled rows of corn. It was so interesting to me that I was halfway across the world and something was so similar to something I'd seen at home. And that was something that I really realized a lot on that trip, was that even though I was halfway across the world, a lot of things were very similar. Like, people have distinct personality types. I'm not saying that everyone's the same, but I'm saying that there are types of people that you're going to interact with no matter where you are in the world. There's always going to be somebody angry. There's always going to be somebody happy. There's always going to be a mom. There's always going to be a dad. There's always going to be XYZ type of people in every place. And they're all going to have different life experiences, but they are also going to fall under some kind of type like that. That was an interesting thing for me to realize when I was in Germany. And so I think that if I ever get to go back to Germany, I maybe, hopefully, would have another interesting sort of thought like that. And, you know, it's one thing for you to be watching this and be like, oh yeah, of course. But it's another thing to really, like, understand what I'm trying to say. Especially, I don't know, I feel like in America, like, things like racism and stuff and just prejudice can get in the way of realizing that people are really similar, and people really all want the same thing, and that's to be happy. Realizing that, like, intellectually is very different from realizing that actually. More places that I would like to visit. That was a great segue, wasn't it? I would also really love to go to Paris. When I was in Europe, I did get to go to France, but I didn't go to Paris specifically, and I am big on museums with a capital B. So I just want to see the Louvre, and I know the Mona Lisa is apparently super underwhelming, but I do want to see it. I mean, that's an experience I would like to have. And there's a lot of other art in the Louvre that I would love to see. And I love seeing art no matter where it is, but in the Louvre specifically, it is famous for having so much art. So that's something that would interest me. And of course I want to see the Eiffel Tower, and there's so much in France that just interests me a lot. So I would like to spend a lot more time in France someday. See also Sweden, because like I said earlier, I'm Swedish, so I would absolutely love to go to Sweden and, you know, see a lot of my like own culture and see where like my grandparents got maybe some of their habits or their thoughts or their ideals, and just I think seeing your own culture is so important, and it's so cool. I just would love to see that. Let's be honest, I want to go to the whole world. Any country that you were like, hey, here's a free plane ticket to this country, I would probably say yes. If I get a chance to go somewhere, I'm not going to say no. That's how it's probably always going to be for me. I was taught this love of travel ever since I was so little, and I am so grateful for that, because I think Steve Rogenbach was the person who really like made me be like, oh yeah, duh, on this. But he was saying once about how travel makes your life longer because you're not doing the same repetitive thing every day. Everything is different every day. So you have to remember every day. Yeah, and I think there are some privileges that can be overlooked when you talk about how traveling is so important and so good and so cool. For sure, that is something that people don't talk about enough, that traveling is expensive and traveling is a privilege. You can't say, oh, you have to go to Turks and Caicos, because that's just not an opportunity that everyone has. So if you have the opportunity to travel, be grateful. And if you have the funds to travel, be grateful. That's a lot of thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. My name is JJ Wickings. I post a new video every single day about random crap that I like and am interested in. I'll see y'all later. Peace out, friendos. There's a Tim. That's your own hair that you're looking at and trying to kill. That just came off of you right now. Why are you so fascinated? Okay. Nope, 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 nope. That's alcohol. You're too young. She's cute.